Morning, students. So, in this lecture also, we will continue to discuss the essay Selected Snobberies written by Aldous Huxley. As I told you that we will discuss the many kind of snobberies which have importance in our life, and people feel snobbish about that. And the writer begins the essay that the kingdom of snobbery is colorful and full of fun. There are many kind of snobberies, and it is to discuss all these snobberies is full of humor, is full of fun. In the Romantic era, in the Romantic era means the period, consumption snobs were in fashion. Consumption snobs means the person suffering with tuberculosis. People considered it romantic to fade away in the flower of youth, just like the poet John Keats. The poet romanticized that it is good, it is quite fortunate that one should die early in the young age, and they feel very snobbish of having this disease, that is consumption, or you can call tuberculosis. But these people are not aware of the pangs of the final stages in which the person dies. How much painful the death of a person is who is suffering from tuberculosis. It is quite pathetic. There is a tendency among rich class to travel from one spa to another spa. What is spa? Spa means that the clinics, the health clinics, where you go to improve your health. One spa from another spa for better health. They consult doctors and they consult particularly fashionable doctors, very famous doctors, to cure their problematic diseases. What is problem? There is no disease, but they have thought that they have the disease, and most of their disease are caused due to overeating. Overeating means that to eat more. The disease generated by this kind of habit. So in this way, the empire of snobbery is not stable. The kingdom or empire of snobbery is not stable. It has ebbs and flows, just like the rise and decline of an empire. As the civilization rises and declines, so similarly the snobberies also rises and flows. The good snobberies become out of fashion very soon. For example, the snobbery about family. And now in the modern world, nobody likes to have a family. They are become very conservative. They want a very short family. The combined families are not in fashion because people thought that it hurdles their liberty. They have become more and more individual. They become more and more isolated. But it is declining everywhere. Now, no one feels snobbish about having a big family. In earlier times, it was considered a kind of prestige. Similarly, the snobbery of culture is declining everywhere. They are ignorant of its ignorance. The people are not concerned about culture. They don't understand its importance. In 1930s, booze snobbery became very popular in America. Now, what is booze? B-O-O-Z-E. Booze means the habit of consuming wine, sharab pina, daru pina. The people thought themselves very proud of having, because in those days, 1930s, wine was prohibited in America. The manufacturers of many brands of wine and became out of stock, and France, which was the largest manufacturer of wines, its economy was in bad shape. But one can find people drunk in private corners or in small parties. Although that it was banned but people were using it in private parties. So people feel snobbish, proud that they are using wine. Huxley condemns strongly modernity snobbery, and in his opinion, it is propagated by the industrialist. Industrialist means by the capitalist. You can say Punjivadi. In the present time, production is outrunning consumption. What does it mean? That the product, the manufacture of a thing is more than its consumption. प्रोडक्शन बहुत हो रहा है, माल बहुत बन रहा है, एंड कंजम्पशन इज लो. It is in the interest of the producer that consumer throws away object and buy another one. It is the capitalist thinking that they should make such things which perish very quickly, so that people purchase new things. Therefore, they produce perishable articles. Particularly, they make such articles which broke down in a short while, in a short period. They spent a lot of money on advertisement in order to lure the consumers. Lure means L-U-R-E, lure means to attract the consumer. They give big advertisements, newspapers and TV and radios to lure, to attract the consumer's attention. The message is given to the public that remain up to date is the first duty of every man. That you should remain up to date, up to the point. Huxley ironically comments that in this situation, if a man if a man builds a skyscraper means a mall, big building, to last more than 40 years. If he made a building which can last for 40 years, so he is considered a traitor in building trade, in building profession. The people would look down at him that you have made such a good building and it would last for 40 years, and 40 years they have no business in that building. They don't have any work. The people will enjoy without any spending any more money. So look at that, how the capitalist thinking is affecting the consumers' common interest. In modern times, the art snobberies are also in fashion. The writer makes it clear that there are two varieties of art snobbery. The one is Platonic. Now, what is Platonic? The Platonic art means when you look at the art for the art's sake, जहाँ आप कला को कला की दृष्टि से ही देखते हैं, you look at its soul, उसकी आत्मा की तरफ देखते हैं. There is nothing its physical shape. You are not concerned about physical shape. आप उसकी आत्मा को देखते हैं. It is also used Platonic love, when a person loves someone very intimately and with its soul. He loves with the soul. These people gave great value to the art. They love it for its purity. On the other hand, there is unplatonic art snobs. And what unplatonic art? They don't like art, but what they do, they don't understand the art, but they have lot of money, so they go into the market and purchase some artistic things. And in this way, it becomes a subcategory of culture and possessive snobbery. The Huxley puts it in the possessive income. It's not they are not concerned. They are not doing anything. They don't have any relation with the art. They don't understand it. But they have a lot of money, so they just want to show off their money. They purchase expensive arts, and it is the best way to show their wealth. If they have the thousands, the fleet of motor cars and other things, it would not reflect their money, because as they can reflect, as they can depict the art in their drawing rooms. So this is snobbery, but this snobbery is helpful to the artists because it provides them livelihood. The positive aspect of snobbery. So, after discussing all kind of snobberies, the poet, the writer says, Huxley points out that there is one thing positive in snobbery, and what is that? It stimulates activity. It motivates a person to do something every time. Every snobbery demands from its followers a lot of effort and sacrifices. It will not allow a person to become dull. The person is always obsessed to remain up to date. But there are many religions. For example, Buddhism. Buddhism is a religion in which all worldly things are considered a sin. This is extremely negative point of the snobbery. The word cannot become stand still. One must approve snobbery in the limited manner. So in this way, the essay is quite useful. Huxley essay, Selected Snobbery, is a sharp criticism of modern society, and as well as it is a sharp criticism of capitalism. It is also an indirect satire on capitalism. The modern system has made human beings a tool in the machine. So we should not become a tool in the machine. हम machine का part नहीं है, बल्कि we are living human beings. So we should be treated like that. But the modern capitalists have made human beings a tool in the machine. They look at the human beings just like a product, and they want to make the human beings to behave just like the machine. Thank you.